What's the saying? You can never be too thin or too rich. At the moment, I'm just feeling too hot. Hi, I'm Gabby and welcome back to another edition of The Fragrantician, where here on this channel we talk about perfumes, we talk about beauty, we talk about everything that is vintage, vintage style, vintage flair, and today with my pussy bow collar, I'm feeling like Margaret Thatcher more than glamorous, really. I mean, Margaret Thatcher, she did reinvent the pussy bow, didn't she? Well, I'm feeling more like Mrs. Slocum rather than Margaret Thatcher. But anyway, today we're talking about vintage, rich style. If that's you, or even if it's not you, then just keep on watching. So the first one we're going to talk about is probably, I would say, one of the big guns. This isn't a vintage one I have. This is a reformulated one. But it's still a vintage vibe. And you can access it. I've got all prices. From high end to low end. And yeah. But anyway, the first one is Diamonds and Emeralds. Yes, by Elizabeth Taylor. If you love a spicy tuberose, and you all know I love a spicy tuberose, then this has it. Oh yes, does it has it? Has it? See, I can't even do my words properly. Do you know what? I've got the fan on. I've got my hair on. I've got a full face of makeup on, and my cats are running wild. So just bear with me one moment. That scent in the air, fabulous. I came out of the room for a couple of minutes, come back, and in the air, this is decadence. This is decadence in a bottle. Diamonds and Emeralds. Now, I know that some of you love the original White Diamonds. I like it, but I don't love it. So I'm not going to really have it in my collection. Whereas this one, everything and more, this is tuberose, this is white florals, this is slightly spicy. Now, I don't know what that spice, where it's coming from, but slightly sweet as well. But if you love a good vintage style spicy tuberose that lasts and projects and in the air smells like you're a rich heiress, then we can pretend. Diamonds and Emeralds by Elizabeth Taylor. Now this next one is for all the naughty girls that feel rich, and it has to me a vibe of jazz clubs and, you know, the speakeasies, and it's quite narcotic. It's a really truly narcotic floral. Belle d'Opium by Yves Saint Laurent, which I have put a little bit of a dent in. And I do have another smaller bottle of this. This is peach and incense and florals and fruity notes, and it's like being drunk on a fruit wine. This is what this reminds me of. It is narcotic. In the opening, the first 10 seconds is absolutely hideous. Only literally 10 or 20 seconds. After that, boom, yes. Baby's coming out to play, and she is playing with her legs wide in the air, and she doesn't care. Belle d'Opium, Yves Saint Laurent. If you want to be that rich chick, she's it. This one is a modern take on vintage. It is Elie Saab, Le Parfum Royal. So I'm just checking making sure everything is in the right place. This is rose and patchouli, and it's done to perfection. Smells like royalty, smells like vintage royalty. The fan at the other end of the room is just blowing it back on my face, feeling it on my face, feeling it wash over me. Oh, have you ever had that feeling when it washes over you and you're just lying there? Yeah, Elie Saab Le Parfum Royal. It is the only, probably, I have three Elie Saabs, and it's probably the only one that I really truly love. I have put a good dent in this 50ml bottle. Yeah. So beautiful, so delectable, so slightly sensual as well. Rich, elegant vibes. It reminds me a little bit of what Fallon would wear in Dynasty. Pamela Sue Martin riding her horse. Yeah, you know, because she was a good horse rider in that. Well, I assume she was. It could have been a stunt double. At the moment, I'm re-watching Dynasty. I'm only up to season 2 so far. Boy, am I loving it. If you're a fan of Dynasty like I am, comment down below. I mean, let's face it. I live in the 1980s constantly. And, yeah, this belongs to Fallon, Pamela Sue Martin in Dynasty. Elie Saab, Le Parfum Royal. This next one is for the coquettish rich girl. It is Diorissimo by Dior. It is quintessentially Lily of the Valley, and it screams vintage, rich, elegant vibes. It screams decadent. It really does. I've put quite a dent in this. This is a new formula, but I love it nonetheless. This was worn by Princess Diana, so yes, it really has the money going on. And if the money's not going on in your life, then wear this and you'll be instantly transformed. Do you know what? Fragrance can take you from a dark, deep area and can just lift you to this and elevate you to an area where your confidence just soars. That's what perfume and scent does for me. I was reading a review on a fragrance that I am going to be purchasing, a vintage fragrance I'm going to be purchasing that I used to wear and I had a small bottle of. And in that review, it was quite horrific what she was talking about. This girl was talking about something that was really talking about something that was going on. It was very, very personal, and I don't know why I could not have written that. But she would go and smell this perfume. I'm not going to say, because I'm going to tease you on it. It's not really talked about at all in the fragrance community, and it's not that much of a vintage scent actually, but I loved it. But anyway, she would go to the shop and she would smell it, and it would take her out of that sadness. And I feel this perfume does that for me, makes me happy as well as making me feel rich. The next one is for all the party goers, those vintage party goers. But let's face it, Elizabeth Taylor wore it. Michael Jackson wore it, yes, Belle at Versailles. And in an episode I was watching last night, even Alexis Carrington was drowning herself in Belle at Versailles. It is an opulent, vintage, rich scent. It is... I have a newer version here. I have toyed with getting an older version, but I enjoy this new version, and I don't need a lot of it. It is animalic florals. That's what it is. Spice, animalic florals. This is waiting for your beau or your belle to arrive, and the smell of Belle at Versailles is in the air, and the anticipation. The wine, the champagne is flowing, the look in the eye, the caress. Need I say more? Might surprise some people because I have talked about it and I've talked about a newer version, but I had to include this on this list because it smells of elegant richness, elegant, and it smells of Rue Faubourg Saint-Honoré, walking down the Parisian streets, and it isn't a Parisian perfume, it's American. So shall we say, I don't know, Broadway, I don't know. Maybe, shall we say, Sunset Boulevard, Red Door by Elizabeth Arden, vintage, that I managed to score at such a neat price. This is, the florals in this. Now, I thought the new version was excellent. This reigns on that in potency, in sensuality. It is, oh yes. When you've ordered a small and you get a large, this is what this does to you. Yes, it just makes your eyes smell like, well, it makes your eyes look like eyes look like they've just had sex. No, maybe not. Maybe that's going a bit too far. But it's rose and it's everything. Oh, the vibe of this is just perfect. I'm not sure when I'm going to wear this. I don't know. I'm too scared to wear this to work. That's how scared I am to wear this. This is a real nighttime going out fragrance. It's not a daytime scent, in my opinion, the vintage version. But it's, oh, I love it. And if you can get a vintage bottle, you'll love it for sure. It is a humdinger. And if you want to feel like wealth, Red Door, old wealth, you know, inherited wealth. Red Door. I haven't talked about. I've bought quite a few fragrances recently. So what? I wanted to, and that's it. And I'm going to talk about this one because it is a dupe for Christian Dior Oud Ispahan. Yes, it's called Ispahan. Now, when I smelt a sample of Oud Ispahan, I was on the hunt for a really good rose oud, but I was not prepared to spend that price. So I bought this one for cheap as chips. As Monty says in Benidorm, oh yes, Joyce, tonight it's going to be chips and rice. If you get my meaning, this is what this does. It is, oh, it's strong. Yeah. Boy, this is strong. This is quintessentially rose, frankincense and resins and oud, and it is beautiful. It is class, and I don't care it's a dupe if it's a clone. This is the 100ml and you can easily get it on Amazon. Oh yeah, came in 2 days. It, to me, but it's really weird because I would wear this at work and you'd think to yourself, hang on, a rose oud scent you'd wear at work, a rose frankincense, but you wouldn't wear Red Door. Well, it has this, I feel a bit scared actually and intimidated by Red Door, the vintage version. This I don't, this I feel strong. I feel elevated. I feel like this outfit, this is the outfit. Forget Oud Ispahan by Dior, just get Ispahan by Amour Scents. You'll thank me later. And if you're looking for a really good rose oud scent, I don't need any more rose oud scents. I've got it right here. Yes, this is what Joan Collins would wear. Yes, this is Salome by Papillon. I'm not going to talk too much about it. Yes, you can roll your eyes thinking, oh my God, she was going to go and talk about that. This is rich elegance. This is inherited wealth, as well as naughty wealth. This is money that's acquired by a strong businesswoman, and she doesn't care. Hence Alexis Carrington. She will not care. She will go to every length to secure that business deal. Whether it's Blake, whether it's Dex, whether it's Rashid Ahmed, she will do it. And she will wear these nails doing it. Yes, these nails, yes. Jealous. Yes, actually this colour is called Red Roses, if you're wondering. Yes, and I did these nails, and yes, I love them. I love the length, and this perfume goes with these red nails. It is just stunning, animalic, strong floral from one spray in the business room to a couple more sprays when she gets into that Rolls Royce. Yes, you know what I mean. And finally, I'm going to give an honorary mention to Tom Ford Violet Blonde, which has sadly been discontinued. And I just have I'm not sure if it's 30 or 50ml I have here. Might only be 30, but this is Iris and Suede. And it feels so like cashmere. It feels like a violet blonde. It feels, if I would smell this, I would smell the colour indigo, blue, violet. It's extremely rich and elegant. It is wealth. If whatever wealth is. But if I smelt this on somebody, I would be thinking, wow, they are really, yeah. And smelling this scent, I would want to get I would want to get to know that person more, because I feel that person, they would have many layers and many facets, and this is what this perfume feels to me. It has many layers, many facets. It's not a huge projector, but it doesn't have to be. What's that saying? Money talks, wealth whispers. This certainly does it. Tom Ford Violet Blonde has to be an honorary mention. Those were my rich scents that smell of money, smell of wealth, with elegance and class, sophistication and a touch of sass and naughtiness. What are yours? Comment down below. But until next time, thank you so much for watching my videos, for taking the time to comment when I get back to you. I love reading all the comments. It's amazing that this community supports me, supports everything that I do on here. And until next time, I'll see you in my next video, which will be hopefully maybe in a few days' time, might be a week's time, no longer than that. My next video will be on my full collection. It's going to be a doozy. Until then, let's not ruffle those feathers. Okay, let's ruffle those feathers if we want to, because ruffling the feathers means change. And I love change. I embrace it. Till the next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.